Hello, hello everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Today we're going to be doing another small Valentine's project, and I've prepped a couple of hearts, and I'm going to show you how I prep them. Besides removing this, which was easy, I sprayed with alcohol to get all the impurities out. Just to make sure I get a good transfer, well, not transfer, a good coat of paint. And then using chalk paint by Waverly in the color Plaster. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Patty. Oh, it's freezing here. I can't take much more. I can't take much more. This is too much for me. All I did is, of course, shake your paint. And what I did was applied 2 coats. And I did that yesterday because I wanted to give the paint time to actually adhere well. Now, you don't have to do this with a paintbrush. You can do it with a pouncer. I decided to do it. Hi, Lynn. How are you? I decided to do this with a brush because I don't think that by the time I'm finished with it, the texture is going to show. So as I said, 2 coats. Don't skimp. This will help the next coat of paint adhere. And dry it. If you're going to use a heat tool, make sure you don't get the plastic melted like I have. And I have people who will vouch for that. Right, guys? I just want to give it a good coat. So I let it dry. Oh no, Elizabeth. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hi, Hazel. Hopefully we won't have any disturbances today. The screen is, the rotation of the phone is the correct way. And I'm just going to put this on a skewer like this to dry. I left them to dry for a couple of hours, and then oh no, I've never melted anything. Yeah, right. Why do I have paint here? Because I'm messy. I'm terribly messy. So this is where we got up to with this one, with these 2 actually. And I'm looking for my 1000 grit sander. And I just wanted to take off any bumps. Now these hearts I think I got from Michael's. I'm not sure. Can everybody see okay? And we're going to just take the bumps, because with chalk paint, sometimes if it's a bit too thick, we get those bits and pieces. And right here, I'm going to pour some paint. And this one is Decor Art Gloss Enamel, but you could use any paint you wanted. It does not have to be the glossy one. I'm just going to pour some here. And I'm just going to give it a quick coat, because the color of chalk paint I was using is kind of a little bit of an off-white, because I don't have a real bright white. So let me just turn this. And this is just an idea for Valentine's Day hearts. How is everyone? Is everyone freezing like we are? It's absolutely freezing. And they still haven't said anything about what they're calling a snow bomb, whatever that may mean. It doesn't sound good, does it? Okay, so I've done this one. I'm going to put it to dry on, again, one of those sticks, and I'm going to do this one the same way. And these hearts have this obnoxious thing at the bottom. So is everyone in sub-freezing temperature? Hazel, what's the temperature in Florida? Patty, you're in Florida, aren't you? And let me just remove the dust. I forgot to do that with the first one. Freezing and, oh no. 26 in Florida? Wow. And this is the second one. I'm going to do the same thing. Now, if you have time, I would suggest 2 coats of the white, but I'm only going to do 1. For the sake of the time. Saturday, it's 24. You're at 53. I'll take 53. I'll take that off your hands, Patty. Now, next week, I'm going to be away, but I will still be coming on with some videos. And this one got a much better coat of paint than the first one. Let me hang this one up. And I can't find the other stick, so I will use this and let it dry. and get rid of the paint. Because we don't need it. Oh, 53. What I would give to get 53. 53 would be amazing. Okay, so now we put this away. And let's talk about, this is another one I did. This is just one coat of the, hi Betty, no worries. This is just one coat of chalk paint, so that's why I'm saying do two. The second coat will grab a bit better, but I'm going to use this just to measure. Now first, I was going to use a piece of decoupage on here, which I can still do. Maybe we'll try this one. Let me see if it's, well, we'll do one with decoupage, and I want to do a water transfer as well. So let me cut out, and I've used these before with you. And what goes with this one? This one. Let's do this one. One on the front and one on the back. So let me check if, no, it's not dry, but you know what I'm going to do? Yep, what I've told you not to do. But I'm going to try and stay away. So I'm heating it. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. I'm keeping my heat tool away. Yes, they are. They're from European, I'll post a link in the description. And it's nice and glossy, but we want it dry. Thank you. What I might do is every time yes, she is. I think she's taking over Totally Dazzled. Okay, I'm not gonna heat it anymore. But let's try and apply this first, even though it's a bit too big. And you know that when we do these, we need to tear up our decoupage paper. And let me see where I'm going to use, I'm not going to use the decoupage medium, or maybe I should. I'm going to use a decoupage medium, my Pentart. And we're going to apply this right here. I'm going to put this in the center. This one is going to be a bit too big. But you know what? That's okay. We're just practicing and playing. And that way, if you don't like it too big, you know not to do it that big. So tearing this makes it easier for us to apply the decoupage paper with the least amount of wrinkles. I should tear this a little bit more. Unless you like, thank you. Unless you like your papers to have wrinkles and have them aged. So I'm going to do the same on the other side. Now you can smooth them out with your finger because it's small. Or you can use a piece of cellophane. So we'll do it two ways. And I'm trying to get rid of all the wrinkles. Thank you. And actually what this did was cover up that bump at the bottom. I'm just going to dry it lightly. And it does look kind of nice. I'll make some suggestions as to what you can do with these. But what we're doing is something slightly different. Oh, I found a wrinkle. I'm going to apply some of the varnish. Yeah, that's dry now. Now you can crackle it and age it. Or you can put a frame with some wood you bend on it, just the trim. And we're going, or you can, if you find a frame big enough that you can do in with paper clay that would fit here, you can do that. But that might be harder to do. So I'm going to leave this to dry. And hopefully this one is dry. So the two pieces that we've decided we're doing, I'm just going to cut them out. And I cut them with the cellophane. It's a bit harder, but it's easier for me to manage. And this is what you need to remove. You can cut it without it, but I'm just going to make it closer. To the actual picture. Oops. What did I do with it? I just took it out. Did I throw it? There we go again, Rima. You just goofed again. Hold on, let me see if I threw it out. Yep, I threw it out. Oh, well. Oh, you did? That would be great. Patty, you please, you know where to post it, right? I'm just cutting this. And I'm going to, I was talking to a friend this morning, and I was telling her, people are really weird. So I'm going to, there is another layer here that you need to remove. And then we're going to place this, and it is slightly sticky, on here. And I'm going to wet it. The Walls and More people with paintbrushes. And I'll post that on Facebook. And I'm just dipping my brush in water. Oh, great. Do you have the what do you call it? The Facebook page? So I'm just applying water. That's all I'm doing. And I'm going to leave it. I'm trying to find a spot where I can see. Okay, no, it hasn't. Just pushing it in. And then you slide it off. And for some reason, there's a little bit of a white showing through here, but we'll take care of that when we finish. We need to seal that. So we'll seal it. After we apply the second one. Now the second one, I'm not sure if I want to do it this way or that way. I think I'm going to do it. You take the sticker off, the cellophane sticker off. Now I'm just going to make some cuts. This one is bigger and harder to not get wrinkles, but we're going to try. And when you're doing this for the wrinkles, let me just do this. Start from the center and work your way out. Again, I'm going to apply. Actually, it might be easier if I do this. Yeah, it's much easier than with the paintbrush. And don't rush it. They did? Oh, that's interesting. I guess what's old is new. So anyway, I was telling you, I was talking to a friend of mine this morning. I had to return something, well, drop off something to Michael's. And there was this young guy. And it's not ready. And he looked absolutely miserable, miserable. So I said, well, first thing he said to me was, do you want a receipt for this UPS? I said, yes, please. And he goes, well, you can't have it. I said, oh, how come? Why not? And he said, UPS is down. So I said, okay, no problem. That's from my finger. I said, why do you look so unhappy? And, you know, it was as if I was cursing him. He goes, you don't know my life. You don't have the right to judge me. I said, I wasn't judging you. I was just asking. And there was a lady there, and I said, she was listening to the conversation. So I said, did I say something wrong? Oh, there's a little bit here that I want to put down. And I just couldn't believe that he thought I was judging him because I asked him why he looked so unhappy. I didn't mean to make him feel bad, but he genuinely looked very, very unhappy. So I'm just going to seal these before we move on. And don't worry, we will fix this one. Oh, and even here. I pulled it off too quickly, that's why. I'm just removing the sealer that we don't need. Thank you, Hazel. And then we'll seal the other side. And you can use any sealer you want. Just don't make it heavy like I did. And watch me now melt this. I don't want to pull it off. But this will probably get fixed at the very, very end. And now I'm just going to add a little bit more on for this one. And this is just to protect the water tattoo. I'm going to leave this to dry. And bring back the first one. That's still wet. And I think it's dry. So I kept my brush for the decoupage because we're going to add some more decoupage medium now. But let me get a piece of paper. Hold on a second. So that I can I'm just getting a piece of paper. I'm going to move this and put this here because these are slightly wet. And I don't know if anyone remembers this, but I found this a while back. It's Deco Art Glamour Dust, but you can use any glitter you want. So I'm just going to start applying the decoupage medium. And hopefully it won't dry. And I'm using the same decoupage medium that I used earlier. And I'm just going to sprinkle this on. But look at the effect it gives. Just sprinkling on a little bit of I'm going to turn it. And oh, thank you, Patty. It's just something a little bit different. Very easy. And that's why I said, you know, you could put paper, paper clay on here. And this is so that I can catch whatever I missed. Also, it does sparkle. The other thing you can do, and you should do this in parts, only because the decoupage medium dries quickly. And it doesn't take long to do. I'm going to try and do this all in one. And you can go back and add more. But you can use any glitter you have. And look at that. Now I want to do the edges as well. I should have done that before, but I don't think about it. I just don't want to destroy this, but I want to put some more on the edges because I think it will look good. And I think on this side I did cover. But look at that. It's, yes. So I'm going to flip this upside down because we need to figure out what we're doing with this. This does not look that great. So let's put this away. And what I thought, oh, I don't know whether I want to fix it now or later. I'll wait. What I want to do, and I don't know if it will look good, is put this around here. Yeah, it'll look good. Oh, let me do it. Well, let's wait on that because I want to make sure it dries. I don't want to be touching it. And I'll fix this bit in a minute. And actually, I'm going to put some on the flower. Let's see what happens. And like I said, I'll fix this. And if we don't like it, we can take it off. And I don't like it. So let me try and take that off. I like it on the leaves, but I don't like it on the flower. Okay, this is a bust. Don't put it on the flower, and if you're going to put Mod Podge, don't. But let me show you how I was planning to fix it. I was going to use this. This one is a bust. Thank you. But this is what I would have done. But I've pulled off so you give it like a 3D effect. Yes, I'm planning to do that, Betty. That's where I got the idea from, seeing eggs with like a sugar finish. So let me do this side. But don't put Mod Podge on top of your tattoo. That's the lesson learned. I do all the mistakes for you. And believe me, if there's a mistake to be made, I can guarantee I'm going to be the one making it. This one doesn't look too bad, actually, with a bit of sparkle. Yep, we will do. You don't have to do all of it, but I'm going to, even though I kind of messed up. Oh, and I got some glitter, of course, on my flower. It's not my favorite side, but yep, I make them so you don't have to. So this one didn't turn out too bad. Look at it. Yes, the dust is Deco art, but it's a very old bottle. So let me put this aside so it can dry and get rid of this. All the products will be listed in the description, Betty. If I don't do it now, I never will. Thank you. Well, let's go back to the hanger. But I don't know if I want to apply it. No, because it's still pretty wet. But this is what I would do with it. Let me just cut out what I need, or what I think I need. And when it's cold, my fingers don't work. Okay, let's cut this. Thank you. And I can't remember where I got this particular trim from, but I've used it before. Now you can add some glue to make sure it is an adhesive. So it's self-adhesive. I'm not. I'm going to put it around the edge and cut off a little bit of the excess. And this will change your topper part from this to this, which I think is so much prettier. I want to attempt to put it on this. Let's, oof. I don't want to take off the glitter. Let's see. And then you can add a ribbon like this, or you can put a bow. I'm not very good at bows. Let's do the other one. Yes, it is. It just adds a little bit of something. Let's do the second one. Oh, the sparkle is beautiful, isn't it? I'm going to remove this. It's a bit of fluff somewhere. And let's try it on the other one. There you go. And the other thing we could do is add the bow here. Well, no, here would be nicer. But I'm not very good at making bows. But I don't actually know if you... No, that doesn't work. That does not work for me. Let me see. The white wouldn't work. Let me see another red one. This one might work. Hold on. I don't know if I would put it on here. But I would try and do something like this. No, I'm not very good. I'm telling you, the only way I might be able... No bow? Okay, no bow. So, this is one, and this is the other side, and I messed up. But you know what? It looks even better. And this is this one, and the other side is completely glittered. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I will be back on a live. I'm trying to think the following, thank you. The following, not this live, I'll be back in about 10 days. Well, no, less maybe. And, but I'll be dropping in some videos. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you'll try it. And if you do, please put it on the page, Walls and More People with Paintbrushes. Thank you all so much for joining me. Thank you, Hazel. I will plan to have fun. Take care, everyone. Bye.